Junction, seeded number 1 after defeating Bigelow 33-14 in the first.
Tonight from Paul H. Muse Field at Dragon Stadium, it's the second round of the Arkansas Class AA State Playoffs. The number 3 Gurdon Go Devils come to town to take on the number 1 ranked Junction City Dragons. Good evening and welcome to the Dragon Sports Network's coverage of Junction City football, presented by our title sponsor, El Dorado Chemical. I'm Wayne Pumphrey, and joining me tonight, the old mule rider. You didn't hop on that mule and ride over here, did you? You did drive, didn't you?
I did drive.
Mr. Jacob Pumphrey, welcome. Glad to have you, man.
Glad to be here. Football, weather, no doubt. Cold wind, just the cold weather. You could just smell it in the air. It's playoff time.
Yes, it is playoff time, no doubt. All the name your score games over with.
Yes, sir.
All the talk, the hype, everything is fixing to be all said and done. Folks, number 3 versus number 1, this could very well be, if it had been seeded a little differently, your state final game. But nonetheless, it's the second round, and the Gurdon Go Devils come in with a record of 10-1. Junction City, of course, undefeated on the season, 9-0, winners of the 8 conference. Gurdon, of course, the number 2 seed, runner-up in the 7 conference. The 20th meeting between these two teams. Junction City holds the edge, 12-7. And the last time they met, I believe, was 2008. Junction City defeating Gurdon in the season opener 35-0. Jacob, we heard a lot of talk, and we've, of course, covering the Dragons. We talked plenty about them. Talk to us about the Go Devils. What can we expect out of them? Who's some of the key players and all that good stuff?
Well, when researching this team, as you mentioned earlier about the name your score games, this will not be one of them. These two teams, when you look at them on paper, you can say they are identical. I mean, when you look right here, let's see some of the playmakers they have. They have a sophomore running back, Jackie Harville, number 3. That'll be one to watch. Another running back. Both of these guys play in the secondary, by the way. Number 4, Dwayne Marlowe. Number 11, Adam Cooper. Number 15, Austin Kirkpatrick. He will be the quarterback, and he's the one that gets kind of gets the engine going for the Go Devils. When talking to Coach Carpenter and Coach Smith in the pregame meetings, Gurdon's just like Junction City. They come out in everything from trips, formation, double formations. They got to line up guys in the slot, and then they run out of the wishbone in the I formation as well. And they also have empty packages. The thing that's going to help Junction City is they've had 2 weeks to prepare for this bunch, and when you're a team like Gurdon is, you have tendencies with certain play formations. So the Dragons have been preparing all week for if they come out in a double set and 11 is lined up on the outside, we can expect a bubble screen. Or when they come out in a trips formation, 85% of the time they're throwing the football. Those are the things the Dragons are going to have to lean on. And something Junction City's not used to, this Gurdon offense is a hurry-up style of offense. So they're trying to get a play off every 15 seconds from when the ball is spotted. So the Dragons' conditioning, which we know they're very well conditioned, is going to come into a factor tonight. We're going to see just how well both of these teams are going to be able to hold up for 4 quarters, because this will be a 4-quarter ball game.
And you can feel the excitement. Gurdon, of course, coming around the field now. They're getting ready to go through their sign. Junction City, of course, behind the sign, getting ready. And I mean, you can just feel it in the air, folks. Jacob, you was talking about tendencies and all that. Let me throw this at you. What are some of the keys you see tonight? What does Junction City have to do to win this game? What are some of the things they got to accomplish?
Well, when the Dragons were watching the Go Devils on film earlier in the week, you had to think that they thought we're watching ourselves, because like as we've mentioned through many broadcasts throughout this year, Junction City has weapons all over the field, and the Go Devils do too. They will be able to match Junction City as far as guys they can get the ball to, guys they can hand the ball off to. One thing you're going to have to watch is there's some special pass plays that they like to run with some bubble screens and some screen formations out of the backfield to, as we mentioned earlier, the sophomore number 3, Jackie Harville. He will start in the backfield for the Go Devils. And number 4, Dwayne Marlowe, he is a junior. He is their fastest threat on the offensive side of the football. So those will be things to watch. You know, it's just going to be a contained game. Know your assignment. Got to play assignment football, because as the Junction City coaching staff, I can attest to this. As they've always done, they've broken down every bit of film they have on Gurdon. And, you know, the information was presented for the Dragons to study up on throughout these past 2 weeks. And so we'll see how they respond tonight.
You have dealt with this type of thing before, minus the 3-week wait. How did y'all handle it in 2008 after you won? You had 2 weeks off. You were going to face a pretty tough opponent. How did y'all deal with the time off and preparation and getting ready to go straight into the playoffs to the second round against a quality opponent?
Well, that first week, I think you can ask anybody on that 08 team or anybody that's been through this. That first week's killer because you're prepping, you're going through your practices. Some things are a little lighter as far as some drills because you're trying to get guys rested up. But when Friday comes, you're ready to play, and then you realize, hey, it's another week before. It's another week before we got to go. It's just a matter of staying calm, focusing in on what you need to do. As I mentioned, the Dragon coaching staff's broken down every tendency that the Go Devils have, and we'll see if the Dragons are ready for it because this will be a great game tonight.
Okay, folks, as you can tell by now, we're on the home side tonight. They got us up in the scissor lift here right behind the home stands. So a little different view than what we've been having, and hopefully this will be a better view. The captains are on the field right now. Jacob, if you see if you can get Gurdon's captains, I'll grab Junction City's real quick. Number 9, Robert Armstrong, and number 15, Jonathan Mitchell, Jay Mitchell, the captains. Gurdon is kind of hard to tell. They're still kind of blocked out there.
I believe that's number 50. That's number 52.
Okay, and number
senior offensive lineman, defensive lineman Kyle Curry.
15 for Gurdon.
15 for Gurdon. That'll be their starting quarterback, senior Austin Kirkpatrick. He will play in the secondary as well.
Junction City will kick off to start the first half.
Okay, Gurdon won the toss, will receive. The Dragons will kick off to get this game started. We're waiting now for both the teams to take the field. The crowd, the weather's kind of cut the numbers down a little bit, but as I turn around, I was looking in the parking lot here, there's still folks coming in. Of course, the early kickoff, 7 o'clock kickoff, that kind of changes things also. And before we get going here, we need to read a little something from the Arkansas Activities Association. Jacob, if you don't mind, I'll let you, do you have it or?
Let me see here.
There it is right there.
Here it is right here. Arkansas Activities Association. These schools participating in this football playoff game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by their school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this football playoff game, is a voluntary, nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be the most desirable for high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which corresponded to those recommended by the National Federation.
And of course, this is the Dragon Sports Network, our title sponsor, El Dorado Chemical. DSN wants you to know this broadcast is the exclusive property of the Dragon Sports Network. The express written approval of the Dragon Sports Network or the Junction City District is required for the rebroadcast of any or all parts of the program. The Junction City Dragons have taken the field, and now here come the Go Devils of Gurdon. And folks, we're just moments away from getting it on here in Paul H. Muse Field at Dragon Stadium.
This is what it's all about right here.
I tell you what, it's no disrespect to some of the games we've covered, but when you know, okay, by the second quarter it's settled, the fire's not there. Tonight, I mean, it's electric. Well, and this is what it's all about right here.
To put it this way, when the teams meet up in August and when they're lifting and working out together in April and May and in January when the season's over with, this is the games they're playing for right here. This is what it's all about right here. These big time games.
Yes, sir. And the old slogan, Jacob, BTP, BTP, BTG.
Big time players make big time plays in big time games, and we have all three of those ingredients tonight because we're big time players on both sides of the football.
Give me 2 Dragons that's got to have a big game tonight before they kick it off here. Just give me 2 names.
Number 3, Mr. Jaquez Dancy. With the way the weather is, Dragons are probably going to ground and pound a little more than usual. And you know the other one, Mr. Josh Armstrong on the defensive part of the football. but it's going to take a full team effort from the Dragons on this one tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, Truck's here. He's waved the Dragon blanket. The officials saw it, and he's ready to kick it off, folks. The Dragons will be kicking toward the Louisiana end zone, and we're underway. It's a high kick. Gurdon's going to take a fair catch it at about the 25-yard line, and they'll go to work there, 1st and 10. So Junction City, as usual, a little cross kick. Not going to risk no return. A good cross kick, too. Puts Gurdon back at the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll go to work. We got a good wind coming in from the north. I mean, it's blowing pretty good. But so far we're blessed. No rain at the moment. Let's hope it stays that way. Go Devils go to work, 1st and 10 from the 25. Quarterback for Gurdon, Austin Kilpatrick, surveys the Dragon defense. He's going to keep. Now he pitches to number 3 for Gurdon, who gets to the outside. He's got some running room down the field and is knocked out at the 40-yard line. And number 3 is the man you talked about, Jackie Harville.
Yes, sir. Option pitch play right there. Great job by, Austin Kirkpatrick, the quarterback. Flipped it out at the right time. And, good play right there by Jamario Bell on his assignment. And Harville just had a chance to get around the outside.
A pickup of about 15, make it 16 yards to go. Mark it at the 41, 1st and 10, Gurdon. In the gun, Kilpatrick. Dragons got about 7 up in the box, pretty close. Actually make that 8. Again, the same thing. The pitch again, I believe that is Harville. He breaks a tackle. He gets down the sideline. He picks up another about 14 yards from here. Let's wait and see where they mark it, but another big gainer. They're hitting that right side and hitting it hard.
Yeah, sure are. It's the same play call right there. And one thing I noticed is the Dragons are going to have to wrap up tonight. Harville is such a powerful runner, and he's only a sophomore, 6 foot, 175 pounds, and he runs downhill. So they're going to have to break down and wrap him up.
Okay, Gurdon, as you mentioned, in a hurry to get it going. Again, a big hole, and I mean just flying through there is 21, Alonzo Leaper, and he picks up about, let's see where they mark it. It's going to be about a 6-7 yard gain.
6-yard gain probably.
So second, let's call it 2nd and 4, and Gurdon already on the ball. They're not wasting no time. And again, to give the Leaper, he's got some running room, but this time he is slung down hard. And the ball they're going to mark, they're going to blow it dead.
They're going to say he was, I'm not going to speculate. It was hard to see from up here.
Taylor Mason on the tackle.
Mason right there on it.
And there was a little bit of argument briefly that it was a fumble. I don't believe it was. He was blowed down. It's going to be 3rd and 3.
This is where the Dragons have to get off the field right here.
Yes. You do not want this drive to go any further. Gurdon setting at about the 37. Kilpatrick surveys the defense. Takes the snap. Again, he's going to keep, and this time he breaks a tackle. I don't believe he got the first, but if they'd have got him on that first one, it would have been a loss there.
Sure would have. So far, the Go Devils not giving anything as far as any types of different plays. They've run the option pitch, I believe, 3 times, and they've run the misdirection on the handoff twice. So just basic things right now out of the Gurdon offense. So far, it's worked for them, but I think this is going to be short right here.
Yes, and the official has stopped play, and he's talking to the Dragons now. He's ready to go. Okay, it's going to be 4th down. Needless to say, Gurdon will go for it. 4th and very short. It's probably less than a yard.
Yes.
Junction City they got 7 right up on the line here.
Big fullback in the game for the Go Devils.
And now a flag is thrown. We got a flag on the play. And let's see who it's on. It's on the Dragons.
Let's see. That's a
and you just gave them a 1st down. That is not good. That's building the momentum here right now.
Definitely with games like this, you have to be in situations like that. They're going to try a long cadence to try to get you to jump. You got to stay back on your haunches. As soon as you see that ball snap, that's when you got to get going.
Okay, it's going to give him a 1st down. About at the 30. Kilpatrick in the gun, man in motion. He's going to keep. He cuts up the middle. He's got some running room. He's hit hard and brought down by I believe that was Jay Mitchell and I believe number 9, Robert Armstrong over there on the tackle. But again, Jacob, a gain of about 8.
That's one of the plays right there, the speed sweep. They brought the guy in motion. He faked the handoff. That's another guy you have to account for. He kept it himself, and it was a smart play on his part, 8-yard gain.
Brings up a 2nd and short, gives them a variable options here. Kind of a little high snap, but he gets it to give the Leaper. Leaper's got the first down. He's got some more yards there, but it's going to be stopped quickly after that. Josh Armstrong on the tackle. And folks, you're going to have to forgive us if we kind of talk over each other. Gurdon don't waste no time.
No, as I was mentioning, it's 15 seconds. As soon as the ball snapped, they're getting the play off, and Junction has to be on their game defensively.
Kilpatrick under center, takes a snap, keeps, he goes into the middle. He's got the first down, and I was watching then, Jacob. As soon as they set the 25-second clock, they snapped it 4 seconds in.
Yes,
that fast. And a first down for the Go Devils. Right now, they got the Dragons on their heels early driving. It started at the 25-yard line. They are now at the Junction City, let's call it about the 20-yard line, 19-yard line. 1st and 10. Kilpatrick in the gun. Man in motion. Kind of high snap. He pulls it in nicely, gives to Leaper. Leaper goes off tackle. He's going to pick up about 5 or 6 on that one. They are pushing the Dragons off the line here.
Yes, they are. The Gurdon offensive line. Not too many big, just, I guess, overly sized bodies. It's be the best way to put it. On the offensive line, they're just winning the battle so far.
So far, it has been to their advantage. So second, let's call it a high snap again, and now the ball is on the ground. I believe the Dragons have got it. Number 40, Jamario Bell with the recovery. And we just saw, excuse me, we just saw a couple high snaps, and that one got away from them. So a big change right there, and the Dragons will take over. Let's put the ball at about the 26-yard line, I believe. 27-yard line, 1st and 10.
And, the rain has subsided for the most part tonight, but there's still kind of a mist in the air, and you have to wonder if maybe that, the ball collecting a little mist. As fast as they're going, they're not really getting a chance to get a ball in there every play, and it leaves you wondering, was the ball a little slick, and that's why it went high. Maybe he gripped it too hard, and it went a little high.
I believe so.
One thing for sure is Junction City football.
Okay, Taylor Mason had to come out of the game. Number 70 for the Dragons hurries in to take his place, and that is Corey Kemp. All right, 1st and 10, Dragons from the 27. Randall Holyfield is your quarterback. He's got Jaquez Dancy beside him. Here's the snap. They give to Dancy. He fumbles the ball, picks the ball up, and he will pick up about a couple yards and ow.
Huge sigh from Keith right there.
The old ticker didn't like it. It's going to be a pickup of 2. And let me just throw this at you. Little nerves you reckon of Mr. Dancy or the weather?
It's a little bit of both. Even the big time player, so to speak, you get the nervous, but that's the first carry. It's out of the way. It's time to play ball now.
Okay, 2nd and 8. There's no scores. Dragons' first possession. 8:12 to go in the first quarter. Gurdon was on the go. A turnover stops their drive. Junction City now trying to get something going. The give again to Dancy. Dancy's got a hole. Dancy's at the 35. Dancy's at the 40, 41, 42-yard line. And that will be a Junction City first down as Mr. Dancy slices through immediately to pick up 13 on that.
We see something the Dragon offense hasn't done much in the season. For the most part, to not put it on film to where Gurdon couldn't prepare for it. Bell comes in motion. That's usually called a rocker play, where he'll break the huddle in one direction and he'll rock her over. That just keeps the defense on their toes, moving which way we got to go, and it's an advantage for the offense.
Trying to keep them off a little bit.
Yes.
Holyfield gets the snap, it goes to Dancy. Dancy cuts to the outside. Dancy's at the 40. Dancy makes a little 35, 30, 20, 15, 10.
He's got
touchdown, Junction City. Jaquez Dancy takes it to the Louisiana end zone and to the house, and the Dragons strike first.
And that was a direct snap to Dancy. Holyfield with a great job selling the fake, dove into the left part of the line of scrimmage, and a great hole right there by the right side of the offensive line. Somebody accounted for the middle linebacker, and Dancy did the rest.
And I mean, he got going, and even with the wet field, He's still
stopping on a dime. Yes, sir. Leave you some change.
He'd leave you some change if you need it. So the Dragons up 6-zip, 7:40 to go, first quarter. We're waiting on getting everything set here. The kicker getting ready, Jarkel Brown. Will Smith will have the hold.
Gonna have to hurry here.
And they're gonna have to hurry. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. Good, little high snap, kick balls down, and it is no good. Nothing happening there. They took way too long getting out there.
Yeah, those are the things. You know, we don't talk about special teams much during the year because none of the games are ever close, or most of the games haven't been close enough to where it matters. But these games right here, special teams is a big part, and you know they're going to have to get on the field a little quicker.
Well, you know this as well as anybody. That special teams ain't important
until it costs you a game.
Yes, sir.
Until you know you lose field position because of it. But nonetheless, a great drive by the Dragons right there, taking advantage of the turnover. Gurdon had the momentum, fully had the momentum. The turnover, and the Dragons took care of it right now. And they're up 6-0.
And I was going to tell folks real quick here, if you saw something in the camera, don't worry about it. Mr. Watts, he's trying to make sure we can get you the best picture we can, and he's having to deal with the elements and doing a heck of a job, Derek, doing a heck of a job. All right, here's the kickoff. It'll go back. It's going to take a bounce, and I believe that is going to be Lever trying to get a return up the sideline. He'll get to about the 30, and that's where Gurdon will go to work. And like you said, Jacob, they came out, they had the momentum there, the turnover, and then Junction City doing something we talked about, take advantage.
That's it. And in these types of games, I know we keep talking about it, but this is a different animal than the regular season. This is a you might as well say this is a new season. It's a different type of season because it's you pack up your suitcase, you either win, go to the next round, or you go home.
That's it. Get the Samsonite out. All right, Kilpatrick, second possession for the Go Devils. Surveys the Dragon defense. Again, he's looking things over now. He puts a man in motion. He gets the snap. The give, I believe, is to Leper. He's trying to get outside. He's forced back into the middle. And a good job. You talked about this a lot, Jacob. Jamari O'Dell forced that play back to the inside.
Yes, if you can see on through the camera that it may look like, oh, he's getting blocked, but no, he is containing. He is not letting these speedsters from the Go Devil offense get outside of him. He's making them force them back in, making one of his linebackers be able to make the tackle.
All right, empty backfield on second, let's call it 5. It was a pickup of 5 yards. Now they swing a man around. Kilpatrick's on the keep. He's trying to get the first down. He will get it as he gets away from a tackle, or should get it. He's right on the line at about the 40-yard line, and that wind is picking up, and it's bringing something with it, I believe.
Woo. Kind of a stronger mist right now. It's blowing into the Go Devil offense, so we'll see if it affects them anyway. I believe we've yet to see a pass from the Go Devil offense tonight.
You're right, we have not. 1st and 10. Kilpatrick fakes a handoff. He's going to keep. He goes into the middle. And most of the plays, Jacob, they're still doing what you call the speed sweeps, the option outside, but now they're attacking that middle a little bit more here.
Well, that's what you'll see with this offense. And even with Junction City's offense, they'll spread you out with 3 or 4 receivers. They'll bring guys in motion to get guys moving around, and then they'll just run it back into the middle of the field where it seems to be not as hectic, where you ain't got as many guys in the box if you were in a running formation.
6:40 to go in the first quarter. Junction City up 6-0. Gurdon with their second possession. Kilpatrick keeps, and
big play right there.
Taylor Mason, big play by Taylor Mason. Again, Kilpatrick was going to hit that middle, and Mr. Mason said, hold on, I need to talk to you a minute.
Yes.
Brings them down, no gain. Actually, may have been a loss of about a half yard. It's going to bring up 3rd, and let's call it about 7.
If Mason doesn't get an arm on him, I believe he might go another couple of yards because there was
he had a nice little lane.
Yeah, the middle kind of opened up pretty well for him right there.
And we got a timeout, and I ain't gonna kid you folks, thank goodness, because we need to talk about some people real quick. Jacob, folks, you've heard me mention all these folks all year long, people that has helped us along the way, the sponsors. And let's just start our title sponsor, El Dorado Chemical. Great to have them. Junction City Florist, Mr. Steve and Miss Sheridan Williams. Junction City Pharmacy, Mr. Leon, Miss Sherry Hines, your hometown pharmacy and give headquarters. McDonald's Grocery, Mr. Rhett, Miss Holly Henry. Accident and Injury Center of South Arkansas, Dr. Jed Frisbee. And folks, Three Creeks Baptist Church, Three Creeks Youth Ministry, both helping sponsor the Dragon Sports Network. We are glad to have them all. STI Sims. And Jacob, real quick, talk to us about First Financial Bank.
Yes, sir. First Financial Bank is proud to support this broadcast of Junction City football and their continued tradition of excellence. They're the only bank that's headquartered right here in Union County where our customers live and work. If you're looking for a new way to bank that rewards you, then check out our new Kasasa accounts. Visit us on the web at ffb1.com. Tomorrow you'll be glad you did. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And the sponsors of the Dragon Sports Network, we've got a couple more we'll mention in a minute. 3rd and 7. Gurdon trying to get a first down, ball setting on about the 43. Here's possibly our first pass attempt. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and he's going, he is hammered, and guess who it was? Mr. Josh Armstrong. It's going to be close to, he got the first down, but he got nailed at that sideline.
Yes, he did. And, you know, granted, you know, we'd have liked for him to stop him before the first down, but trust me, you get hit like that, and you get hit like that, and you get hit like that, it's going to be in the back of your mind late in the third quarter, early fourth, and you may be a little hesitant, you know, to roll out of that pocket or to try to get them extra 2 yards. So Dragons keep bringing the pad, popping these guys. They'll remember.
It's going to be a first down at about the 47-yard line. Kilpatrick, he's going to keep again in a big hole, and he's going to pick up about, I'd say about 5 yards. Yes. Josh Armstrong, Keandre Evans in on the tackle.
It was the same option pitch right there from the Go Devils. Bell a little hesitant to choose which way he's going. He has to know whether he has the quarterback or the running back, and in that situation where he kind of hesitates, they'll take advantage of it.
And he did there when he saw the hesitation. Kilpatrick saw it.
Up, yes.
He hit that hole. He didn't waste time. All right, here's the snap. Now it's a pitch. Now they're going to put it up for grabs. It's going to be caught. 2 men there on it. The ball is pulled in at about the 9-yard line. Little halfback pass.
A little trigger, I wouldn't even really call it trigger, just a little pitch out play, and it was excellent coverage. The front man slipped down right there, and great grab.
And the receiver also, he got good position at the last second to pull it in. A big play for the Go Devils. It puts the ball right inside, I'm going to say right inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. 5:20 to go, first quarter. Gurdon threatening. Junction City leading 6-0. The extra point attempt, they didn't, I believe, got the attempt off. It was no good as Gurdon smothered it. All right, here's a give now on first down. That is going to be, I believe, Harville on the that is Leaper on the carry. He picks up about 3-4 yards of Keandre Evans on the tackle. And Gurdon, you mentioned a little earlier, they hadn't tried to pass attempt yet. They slipped one in there. And like you said, Junction City actually had it covered. Good man slipped down, and the receiver makes a move and pulls it in.
Yes, the 2 pass attempts on this drive have been probably the 2 biggest plays of the game so far for Gurdon. They had a pass attempt in which Kirkpatrick just decided to keep it, rolled out on that 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive, and then this, 2 plays ago where they connected for the big gain to put them inside the 10.
And the Go Devil, that was Leper. He's coming out of the game and checking into the game. I believe was number 3, Leper. Number 3 is Harville. I'm sorry, got him confused there.
Empty set.
Empty set for the Go Devils. Kilpatrick got a man in motion. He's got 2 split to the Dragon side of the field. He's going to keep again into the middle, and he is, like you said, he is hit hard. He gets the yards, but they're popping them. He's going to drive inside the 2 down to about the 1, I would say. And it's going to be 3rd and goal. Let's call it on the 1. Go Devils trying to tie this game up and possibly take the lead. 4:23 to go in the first quarter, clock running. Junction City trying to keep them out here on 3rd down. Let's see, he's going to roll him in, touchdown. I thought for a second they had him out. It looked like Freeman. Now the Dragons.
Freeman was the first there. He made a good play on the ball. They faked the sweep. They faked the handoff to the fullback, and Kirkpatrick just got in behind him. The fullback, not your average guy.
No.
Defensive lineman in the backfield. And, you know, just kind of a little pushing on the pile, and he ended up getting what he needed.
That's because I started to holler, they stopped him, but then I held up because I saw he was still moving, and he got in.
Had they not scored, I think it would have still been four down territory for him, seeing how it is. It's hard for the, you know, the specialist tonight to get a grip on the football.
Yes.
You had to think they'd probably go for it on 4th down had they not got it.
And now the Go Devils call a timeout, talk things over, and you're right. Even if you don't get it there, you go for it, because this is a 4-down territory type of situation, and might as well say if you're in a good, decent position, a 4-down type game.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely that.
And you've seen it on the, I believe it was a 4th down earlier in the game, maybe.
Sponsors for the Dragon Sports Network, let me throw a couple of them out there: Three Creeks Baptist Church and Three Creeks Youth Ministry. Also, Junction City Florist, Junction City Pharmacy, McDonald's Grocery, and we're going to mention some more here in a minute. But we're going to get them in quick as we can the way this game going. All right, the Go Devils are lining up for an extra point attempt, and you have to think, after talking it over,
after the timeout,
is this really what this is going to be? Let's see. 4:08 to go in the first quarter. Waiting on the PAT here. Score 6-6. A snap, and the flag is down. And I don't know if the snap wasn't too good, and then the holder jumped up, and I don't know if that was planned or what, but now a 5-yard penalty.
2 subs right here on the extra point.
Yes. And it's going to be against the Dragons. I thought it was going to be against Gurdon, but
now they'll go for it.
They're going for it now. There's no doubt. They will go for 2 now.
That's twice the cadence that's cost the Dragons jumping off sides right there at the last. On the extra point, you just got to be still and, you know, fire off when the ball snapped, because, you know, that's what they wanted. They wanted that little extra push to the end zone.
And now they got it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we went to the fullback right here.
So the 2-point attempt now. Compact under center gives to the ball is fumbled. Junction City is, I'm not sure who recovered it. It won't matter. It is no good. And folks, with 4:08 to go in the first quarter, let's start it all over. Our score 6-6. So special teams again. It worked for Gurdon on the cadence deal to get them closer, but then the Dragons step up and shut down the 2-point attempt.
Lost the handle right there from the quarterback to the fullback, and it just, once again, like I said, folks, the rain's not actually coming down, but it's just a mist that's being pushed from the north to the south, and it's taking into effect. It's taking into effect how both teams are performing tonight.
And you're right, because I'm sitting here trying to look at my papers, and this it keeps blowing in. Okay, Junction City about to get the ball back. You see what Gurdon's trying to do, Jacob, as far as they're mainly keeping it option-oriented, you know, a little ground attack. Do the Dragons still try to come out and open up their offense like they've been doing, or after that first drive with Dancy, do you say I'm feeding the big dog?
Well, you got to quote an old baseball move, you got to let the big dog eat. I don't think you change up anything right now. As far as, you know, it worked for you on your first drive. Holes were opening up. The Dragon offensive line doing a good job of, you know, the initial guys opening the hole, and then the guys that, you know, without anybody covered, getting to the second level and getting a hand on the linebacker. So I say you just stick with what's working right now and, you know, see what happens. Okay,
Dancy is back deep for the Dragons. Let's see if Gurdon does kick it to him. No, they're going to cross kick it. And you got to get on. He stood there and was going to watch the ball. You cannot do that.
Yeah, it's a live football regardless if you fair catch it.
That was Javante Rogers, and he did get on it at about the 30, let's see what they're going to set her down at, about the 36-yard line. So the Dragons will go to work 1st and 10 from their own 36. Our score is 6-6 with 4:07 to go in the first quarter. Gurdon, so far their 2 possessions, they have moved the ball. Junction City's 1 possession, they moved it, scored very quickly, and let's see what happens now. Brown and Dancy line up on either side of Holyfield. Dancy gets the call. He breaks loose the tackles. Dancy's gone. He's at the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10. Holy Moses, touchdown Junction City. Jaquise Dancy hit it and was gone. He broke, I know 3 guys hit him near the line of scrimmage. I thought he was going down. He broke it and took it to the house. Mr. Dancy showing why he is one of the best in the state.
I don't know what to say after that. I mean, that's a 2-yard loss. That is a 2-yard loss. The Go Devils did a great job of getting to the ball. They just didn't tackle, and he broke 2 or 3 tackles. And
I thought he was going down, and I'm like, Dancy's going to pick up. And before I can even get the words out, boom! I mean, it's like he hit the turbos and was gone. The PAT,
Take that north wind on that one right there.
Oh yes! Woo! Thank you, Lord, for sending the north wind when you did. The extra point attempt floats through the air. It is good. So 3:56 to go in the first quarter. And I mean, the fireworks they're starting to pop pretty fast now, Jacob. Junction City leading 13-6. 2 of your sponsors here for the Dragon Sports Network, the Accident and Injury Center of South Arkansas, Dr. Jed Frisbee, and STI Sims. Woo, let me get my breath here. The Dragons getting ready to kick it off. It's still the first quarter. You know, one of the things I asked Coach Carpenter, I said, what kind of game are we looking at? 51-41 or what? He said, well, it could be 7-6, 3-2. He said, depend. You got athletes both sides of the ball. Which group takes over? And I believe right now we're heading toward 51-41. Here's the kickoff. Dragons kick it deep. Gurdon's going to return, and that's going to be number 25 for Gurdon. He makes a couple moves up to the 35 and is brought down at about the 30, let's call it the 37-yard line, and that was number 25 for Gurdon, DeMontre Corals.
And you see what the Dragons are doing. They're kind of bringing two kick guys to the tee at the same time to keep it away, because in this corner over here is number 3, the sophomore running back for the Go Devils, one of their main guys on offense, Jackie Harville. I think they're trying to do their best to keep it away from him.
So both of the teams doing what one of the other things I was on the Carter Bryant show this morning we talked about. He asked about the returns. And I said, I don't see Gurdon kicking to us. They didn't, and we're not, like you said, going to give Harville a chance we can help it.
Definitely.
Austin Kilpatrick, the Go Devil quarterback, he's standing at about the 30-yard line waiting to snap, gets it, gives. That little side is going to be Harville, and he may get a yard as Jamario Bell, and I believe that is, am I right, Matthew Freeman?
Yes.
Also on the tackle.
That's what the Dragons have to do. They have to just, as best they can, keep this running game of the Go Devils bottled up.
And don't let them get a big, where you sets up don't let them get a bunch of yards on first down. It sets up a short situation.
Yeah, exactly, short situations.
Now the Dragons are doing some shifting on the line, trying to throw Gurdon off a little area. Smith and Bell doing a little moving around. Kilpatrick, it's a pitch, and the Dragons are over there. The ball is loose, and let's see. Junction City. Let's see what the official says. Yes. Well, wait a minute. Yes. Junction
Dragon
City
football.
ball. Let's call it the 45-yard line, and a big opportunity here for the Dragons.
Definitely, you have to take advantage right now. Their second turnover of the game. And Gurdon shifting to the left side, but they still decided to run the option to the short side of the field. Not just the short side, but where they had less offensive linemen. And the Dragons, give that defense credit. We've said it all year. Speed, speed, speed. They flew to the football. And we got a loose ball, Dragon offense back on the field.
And Junction City at the Gurdon 45 with an opportunity here to open up a little room. Yes, sir. You're right. It is huge. Very huge. From the 45, Holyfield looks over the defense. The snap is high. He gets control of it. He's going to have to run with it. Randall makes a move. He gets plummeted at about midfield. Rough snap there, but he did good getting a hold of it.
And the missed. It's not an easy job right there, having to snap that football. The Go Devils run a 3-4. They have a 4-man front. Sometimes they'll walk a fifth guy down to throw off the offense, and you're having to snap that ball. Not to mention this miss that's getting in between, messing with your grip. And it's a rough job right there, but I know the young man's very capable.
And Mr. Holyfield getting a hold of it, and it could have been a lot worse. You'll take an actually 4-yard loss there and come back with it. Here's a give to Dancy. Dancy sweeps to the left. The Go Devils are waiting on him, and they're going to bring him down at about the 40. 7-yard line of Gurdon. It's going to bring up third, and let's call it about 13 with 2:15 to go in the first quarter. Junction City leads 13-6. And the Dragons here would be an interesting call. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jacob. I don't believe we've attempted a pass yet, have we? Hadn't had to.
We have not. We have not had to.
Okay, so it could be here. Bo Hooks, Javante Rogers split to the Dragons side of the field on third down. Holyfield looking. The rush coming on him. He breaks out. He's going to run. He's to the 40. He gets hit at the 40, down to the 39, near the 30. Let's see where they mark it. I believe they're going to mark it about the 38, and I would guess Junction City will definitely go for it here, depending on where they're going to put the mark. Yeah, the official on this side is marking the 38.
It'll bring up fourth down now.
Yes, fourth, and let's call it a long 4. And the Dragons are showing punt here on 4th and 4. I figure we might roll the dice here, but Coach Carpenter says, no, sir, we're going way now. We got a timeout call by the Dragons. 1:44 to go, first quarter, 13-6 our score. Junction City faces a 4th and 4. And let's talk about a couple of our sponsors here, Jacob. Let me tell you a little bit about my good friend, Miss Sharon Williams up there at Junction City Floors.
Yes, sir.
Now, you know, got a girlfriend, you want to get her some flowers or some of that nice potpourri, all that good stuff. Go by and see Miss Sharon. They got a little bit of everything, including T-shirts, candles, you name it, stuff women love, all that kind of good stuff. Junction City Floors right here in beautiful Junction City, Arkansas. Okay, the Go Devils still in their huddle.